Hey, it's Patti Scharf, CPA and co-founder of Catching Clouds, a leader in e-commerce accounting. And today we're going to wrap up our discussion on sales tax. Over the past few days, past week or so, ever since the U.S. Supreme Court made their ruling on the sales tax, South Dakota versus Wayfair, you can watch this video here and get more information about that. We've been talking about what the impact's going to be to online sellers. We've been going through questions and answers on some of the biggest concerns about these changes. But I wanted to wrap it up by talking about the implications in your accounting systems and what apps you should use, and basically talk about how all that kind of works together. Because I know a lot of people are brand new to this topic. They don't even really know where to start. So I want to give you a push in the right direction. So let's get started. All right, so I want to just talk about the basics so that we're talking about the same thing. So when you take a look at your shopping cart, you're now collecting sales tax. You've already registered to get your sales tax license. Now you're collecting in these different states, and you've set up your shopping cart to begin collecting sales tax. Okay. Now what happens is, let's say you sell something for $100. The sales tax where you're collecting this from is 8%, so you've got $8 in sales tax. I've heard some people online being like, oh, well, at least with this, it'll increase all of our sales just because we're collecting sales tax. And that's not really how it works. Sales tax is not money that belongs to you. It's not a sale. It does not go on your income statement. It goes on your balance sheet as a liability. So don't get freaked out by the terminology. Basically, it's just like a credit card or a loan or anything else. This money doesn't belong to you. You're collecting it on behalf of the government. You hold on to it until it's time to send it into the government. Okay, that's all it is. So you have that split up. You've got the liability on your balance sheet. You've got your sales on your income statement. Okay? So how do you get that information into your books? Most people are using a tool like Xero or QuickBooks Online. It's going to look something like this. Okay, a lot of people, they try to set up a link between their shopping cart and your accounting system. I would highly discourage you from doing that. Please watch this video on Shopify. Even if you don't sell on Shopify, the theory is exactly the same, whether you're selling on Magento or BigCommerce or Etsy or eBay or anything else. You really don't want to be pulling in transaction by transaction. If you're selling on Amazon, that's really good news for you, because there's a tool called A2X that you can use to help pull that information in cleanly. So a lot of people who are using Xero or QuickBooks Online, they'll ask, how do you set up the sales tax codes and things in the accounting system? I would say just forget about that altogether. Just use a plain old current liability account just to record all of the sales tax that you've collected from all the different places. You don't need all that detail in there. Again, watch that video that I pointed you at, and you'll understand why. We don't want to crush your system. All we're trying to do is get a grand total of the sales tax that you have collected that you need to remit to the various states, okay? If you are looking for a blow-by-blow on how we handle the accounting, I highly recommend you check out one of our courses down below. We've got accounting for Amazon and accounting for Shopify. Each of them is like 4.5 hours long, and we'll walk you through the whole process. All right, so how do you actually file your sales tax returns? You've already registered in all the different states where you need to collect, and you've set up your shopping carts, and everything's being collected. You've recorded everything in your accounting system. How do you get that stuff filed? This is really, really complex stuff. I would highly encourage you to use a tool to help you with this process. It's just going to save you a lot of brain cells, okay? So the big players in the industry right now are TaxJar, Taxify, Avalara. Check out any of those. You can check out their websites. They've got great blogs with tons of information about sales tax in all the different states and whatever new is going on. So definitely check out those to educate yourself about what's going on. Keep in mind that even if you use a tool like this, it's not going to be a set it and forget it kind of a situation. You need to keep an eye on things and make sure things are running smoothly, because you are the one who's going to be on the hook if there are any problems in your filings, okay? All right, so when you set up these applications, you're going to be getting information directly, a direct integration with Amazon, Shopify, BigCommerce, any of those big ones. They may not have integrations with everything that you need. So if you're selling on a smaller platform like Houzz or Wayfair, or if you have like business to business sales, or you have manual orders that aren't listed in the shopping cart, it's, outside of your normal systems, those applications aren't going to have access to that other information. So you need to make sure that all of your orders are in your application, okay? Doesn't matter which one you're using. So you need to make sure that the information that's coming in is being calculated properly, and anything that you have outside of the information is included in there, so you've got everything, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to compare the sales tax liability in your accounting system to what you're going to be filing with your sales tax returns, and just make sure that they're in alignment. A couple of places that you want to keep a close eye on are things like what date are they using for their orders. If you're using, let's say, the shipping date over here, you want to make sure you're using the shipping date over here, because you just want everything to always be in alignment. Okay, so now you have your accounting in alignment with your sales tax information. You file your sales tax returns. Once those have been filed with the state, you download a copy, you create a bill in your accounting system. When you code it to that sales tax liability account, what's going to happen is the payment against there is going to reduce your liability. So then you can start fresh the following month. Collect sales tax, file your returns, pay in the sales tax, record it in your books, done. So I hope this video helped you. It can be a really kind of painful process, but if you set it up right, usually really there aren't that many problems with it. You just have to keep an eye on it. And I wish you the best of luck. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and share. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, and we'll catch you later.